Thank you for holding an informative session there where we're actually learning something about how government was working up until 2 weeks ago.
Right. And, put it in a little context here. Think about Donald Trump. When he ran for president, he spent a year telling everybody in America he was going to lower costs for families. Remember how he said repeatedly, his words, he would lower costs on day one. That's what he kept saying. And here we are. We're in the second month of the Trump term. And not only has he done nothing to lower costs, instead, what he's doing is he's shut down, he's sidelined this consumer agency that actually helps people and has returned money to people when they've been cheated. So he's driving up costs for consumers, for families, instead of pushing them down, exactly the reverse of what he promised.
So this is an agency which, by design, returns a profit directly to the American people, directly to the consumers it protects.
Yeah. In fact, think about it this way. What this agency found is they found over the last dozen years $21 billion of places where banks and credit card companies and payday lenders and online money transfer outfits and your bank, your checking account, had cheated people, had tricked them, had trapped them, but clearly had broken the law. They found it. They got in touch with them. They went after them. They prosecuted them. And most of all, made them return the money directly to people they cheated. Now, just so you understand, when you sideline that agency, all of that activity stops. And that's basically what we talked about today. The thousands and thousands and thousands of people who turn to the consumer agency every day, more than 7 million people have gone to the consumer agency's hotline to get help in individual matters. All of that process, we just did a report on this, it slows way down because there's nobody at the agency to be able to handle it. The agency had about 40 lawsuits that it was in the middle of, that it was going forward after some of the worst actors fighting it out in courts. All of that has stopped. 2 weeks ago, I had Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, in front of me in a banking hearing and asked him, so who's enforcing the consumer protection laws across the country right now? His answer, no one.
Senator, I learned a lot in today's hearing, especially this point that had not really been clear to me before, that so much of the work of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is invisible to us.
Yes.
There are corrections that can show up on our bank statements or credit card statements or different things that maybe just the company did that. It turns out the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau did it and isn't getting credit for it by the people who are being protected. Why can't that be made more clear to the people who benefit by that protection?
Well, partly we do try to make it clear by coming here and talking with you and all the people who listen, and I'm grateful for that. But do understand, this is frankly a part of how a government infrastructure should work. I don't ask for the engineering reports on the bridge. What I know is that I have a government I can trust and an Army Corps of Engineers that make sure it's a safe bridge to be able to travel over. The same kind of thing should be true with our financial infrastructure. You should be able to take out a mortgage or use a credit card or an online payments transfer and not have to worry that somebody is cheating you and cheating you in ways you may never see because they tricked you on fees they charged you that they legally couldn't do, the ways they calculated interest. There are 1,000 ways to cheat people. We know. We've watched them do it. And the whole idea here is not for people to be able to have to read these credit card agreements that used to be 30 pages long. It's to make the market work smoothly so people can try to build some financial security and know that the basic underpinnings, that you're treated just fairly, level playing field, with your credit cards, your checking accounts, your mortgage, your car loans. That's what the CFPB is all about. It's kind of like your infrastructure in your financial system. And damn it, Elon Musk thinks he can just come in and knock all that out because it will be one more way for the richest man on earth to get just a little bit richer at the expense of American families. And this is a time just to say no. No to Elon Musk, no to Donald Trump, and no to these damn billionaires who think they ought to be able to run the earth and make everybody else eat dirt. Enough of that.